As a lot of you know, we started the SoulFit Challenge this week, the 4-week challenge. It was launched. So a lot of us are using our workbooks, which is really cool. This is such a great tool. If you don't have one, you can order it separately. If you're wanting to join the challenge, it's got a lot of benefits. I know before we officially started the meeting, we had a real valuable piece of input from someone who's not trying to lose weight, but just want some of the benefits, the self-growth and things that come along with it. So even if you're not trying to lose weight, this is a great thing to do just for our personal growth and health and wellness. So you can order these online on the Soul Naturals website separately. So one of the pieces of the challenge is Soul Complete. And so we wanted to talk to you about Soul Complete and the benefits of them. I know we can't get into all of them today because we'd be on here till tomorrow. But, you know, with so many different proteins on the market, it's good to know what sets this apart because you know, you go into Costco or anywhere and you can see this abundance of options of proteins. And so for me, this protein has really proven to be a really wonderful tool. Personally, it's very soothing to my gut, but somebody very near and dear to me who has some really serious digestive problems and cannot drink most proteins because it upsets her stomach so much, has done wonderful with this. She's someone that suffers from a lot of malnutrition, has had gastric bypass and has a hard time absorbing nutrients properly, and has been using this to try to gain some weight. And even though it's not heavy in calories, it's very nutrient dense. And so it's giving her muscle strength, and she's able to absorb this in a way that she cannot absorb other proteins. Most proteins upset her stomach, cause stomach cramping, bloating, and a lot of other issues. So I love this protein. There's so many uses for it. Some people just use it as something to soothe their stomach because there's so many benefits to this formula. So we're going to go into this a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. And we're going to get into some little key points about it. Hopefully we can get through a lot of it. There's a lot of information, but again, it's a protein, but there's so much more to it than just protein, which we'll get into. It's very nutrient dense. It's a good taste. It's not just a meal replacement. It's actually a supplement that you can use to help repair a lot of issues in the body, and it's lactose and gluten-free. It's a pea protein, which is so much easier for our body to digest. And then it also has the Soul Stamina Mind and Body Lifting Blend, and then the Bio Soul Systemic Rejuvenation Blend. So we're going to go into some of those components about this. And I think it's going to really hit home for a lot of us because these are areas that we all need help with, and we might not even realize it. This is the nutritional profile for the Soul Naturals Soul Complete Natural formula. This one's a little lower in calories than the cocoa. This is the Dutch cocoa, so there's a gram difference in protein and a little bit more calories. So there's a few changes between them, but notice they both have fiber, which the amount of fiber in it does not seem like a huge amount, but it's actually a really helpful amount of fiber, which we'll go into that a little bit. 3 grams, you see that, and it's like, that's not that much, but it actually is such a wonderful source that for people who have digestive problems, it is just enough to really help nourish and get the intestines moving. So it's actually a really helpful amount of fiber. But the protein, again, it's a pea protein, so it's 100% plant source. This particular type of protein is very easy for the body to digest. That's why you're not going to have that bloating and cramping and gassiness and all these other issues, and your body just gobbles it up. There's not going to be, you know, sometimes people will take these high protein blends and there's 40 grams of protein, but they're only getting maybe 15 of it because their body can't absorb it. The protein in our Soul Complete is so absorbable and easy to break down. You are getting all the benefits out of it. So I love this protein. It's also reported to help with curbing carb cravings. And it says it's a great source of I will not pronounce this right, the the iron that you can absorb properly. So some irons are not going to be as easily absorbed, but this pea protein has a wonderful source of iron to it that you can actually get out of it. It's not going to constipate, and it's going to help with your blood levels and strengthen you and give you energy and all of that good stuff. So it's a really good source of iron. Again, easy to digest. And it says it's the digestibility is close to animal protein. It's just really gentle on your stomach. And what I like about this is even some people will have a hard time with some of the animal proteins, breaking them down. But with this, you will not have that problem. So some people do great on animal proteins, but some people don't. And so this is something that everybody can use. So this is the source. It's the field peas. And they're green or yellow, just like the split peas. So this is where they get it. And okay, the fiber. It's got both soluble and insoluble fiber. So the soluble is going to help get things moving. It helps with getting the intestines flowing. The insoluble is a bulking agent. It's going to help to kind of sweep the intestines. So this fiber, it is so gentle. But for people that do tend to get constipated or have digestive issues, it is just enough to just get things moving. Now, some people end up liking to add the Good Vibrations fiber that Solle makes. But if it's just ever so slight that you need to be using a fiber, this is excellent. It's an excellent source of fiber. So I love Solle Complete for that. It also has the Solle Stamina Blend. As you can see, a lot of us are very familiar with various ones of these, but when you start getting into the benefits of these different formulas or these different components, you start to see that this is just packed with so many different nutrients that are going to make an impact in a lot of different areas of your life. So the first one we're going to talk about is the ginger root. A lot of us are familiar with ginger. I love ginger root, but I didn't realize some of the benefits. So it's wonderful for helping to burn fat, and it helps to stimulate blood flow. So I just thought it was delicious. I eat it off the plate when my husband gets his sushi, but it's actually got a lot of really good benefits. People use it for headaches and nausea. I only knew of it being used for nausea before this, but apparently it's wonderful for headaches and migraines. So, if you know somebody that's dealing with inflammation in their circulatory system, or even dealing with the headaches, this is a great thing to be able to use. It's going to help with stamina. So it helps with inflammation, and it also helps with arthritic inflammation, which a lot of people struggle with, and it seems like younger and younger people are dealing with this. And then it helps to move the food into your intestines faster, helps the motility, and fights H. pylori. So there's a lot of benefits just to the ginger, and as you saw, there's a lot more going on than just the ginger. It's also a natural antibiotic. It helps with menstrual pain, and it inhibits platelet aggregation, which is blood clotting. So like if you have a problem with clots in the body, this is going to be something that helps to balance the blood so that you're not dealing with a lot of unhealthy clotting. But it's not a blood thinner, so it's not going to have that kind of an effect, but it does help to bring balance in that area. The rose hips are also in here. I had never really been very familiar with it. I always heard of people having teas, but I never had used this, but it is very high in vitamin C. It's got the essential fatty acids, packed with antioxidants, very anti-inflammatory. So rose hips actually have quite a few medicinal benefits, and it's from the rose plant. And I never really noticed it before, but it's a fruit on a rose plant that before it becomes a rose. It also eases arthritis, prevents colds because of the vitamin C. I had no idea it had 50% more vitamin C than oranges, and it helps the skin cells regenerate. So it's going to be great for your skin. Because it is the whole plant, you're going to get a lot more benefits. And I love that about Solle. They try and use the whole plant instead of just little components of it. And you're going to get a larger range of effects, of good effects from these formulas. So you also find that you get the lowered blood sugar. and it reduces the inflammation in the GI tract. So just packed with great benefits. Rubiose, a lot of people will do Rubiose teas. It also helps with oxidized lipids. It's packed with the antioxidants. It's not, there's no caffeine, but it lifts. So you're going to get some of the energy benefits without all the caffeine, and it boosts the immune system. So you're getting a lot of good energy from it, and the antioxidants in there are going to be really great for your immune system. It also helps with anxious tension, so you're getting the mood benefits from it. Helps with digestive issues, allergies. And they say that it might reduce obesity. So when you're adding this protein into our program that we've got, this is an excellent protein for not just getting your protein value for the day, but it's actually helping your immune system, your metabolic function, your circulatory system, your stress levels, which are connected to our hormone levels, which connects to how we gain our weight. So you're seeing so many different aspects of this that are going to really help reach our goals. And then there's also the BioSol Systemic Rejuvenation Blend. So these formulas here are so nourishing to the gut. The horsetail alone is so wonderful for the hair, skin, and nails. When I started using this protein, my hair seemed so much stronger. It was growing faster. And I swear it's from that horsetail. It's got to be. But you're getting the prebiotic and probiotics. You're getting the enzymes in here, the marshmallow root, the slippery elm, the chicory. These are all so nutritious for your intestines and for other areas of your body, like connective tissues and things. You're getting so much good from this blend. So the slippery elm and the marshmallow root are the stomach soothers. And then you've got the papain, which is the papaya enzyme, which is great for acid reflux and breaking down your foods properly, breaking down your protein properly so you can absorb even more of it. So it's going to really help you break this down and absorb this even better. So people can use this in a lot of ways. You can use it as a protein supplement. So, some people that are big into health and fitness, they might not want to lose weight. Maybe they want to gain weight. You would use this in addition to your meals. So it wouldn't be a meal replacement. It would be a meal supplement, maybe post-workout to, just add some calories. You saw it was not very high in calories. So some people, if they're trying to gain, they'll add things to it, like add fruits and things, sometimes even peanut butter. But on its own, it's going to really help to build muscle and strengthen the muscles. And then some people use it for meal replacements. There's the weight loss benefits. Right now I'm doing breakfast of my eggs and my lunch is my shake. And then I'm trying to have a healthy dinner. That's my goal this week, is to eat a healthy dinner. That's my hardest one for the day. So, but using it as a meal replacement is huge because you're going to have the nutrition that you need. It's very nutrient dense, but you've got a very low calorie meal. So you're not starving yourself because you're getting so many nutrients, but it's a great way to replace a meal. I wouldn't do all 3 meals, but replacing a meal would be great with this. And then, of course, just general wellness. Some people don't want to gain or lose. They're perfectly content where they're at, and that is the best place to be. So for people like that, it's just going to help their stamina, help their energy, help their mental focus, and help them lift and energize their mood. So we all know Soul is all about the body and the mind, and this formula is no different. It is excellent for the body, but they always have adaptogens in them that help with the mind as well. So you're getting the mind and body benefits from this. And then, of course, it's convenient. It's on the go. We have our shaker bottles. You can throw, there's little containers on the Infatuate shaker bottle where you can put the protein in there to have it on the go. You can have it as a snack to keep your blood sugar level, and it's really quite affordable. It's very comparable to what is seen in the market today. So it's a very realistic option for people. So I'd love to open it up and see if there's anyone that wants to share their experiences with these, and maybe ones that might be already using their holistic health guide and using their protein for their Soul Fit challenge. Is there anyone that would like to share their experiences either just with the protein or with using it in this challenge? I'll open it up for, if you want to share, you can raise your hand. Let's see. Oh, Rachel. Yeah.
I wanted to share a little something because I know Tammy had asked in the chat about if people are on keto, if this is keto friendly. And I saw some other people post in our soul group, and I wanted to clear up some stuff when it comes to this. So what we found with those that are on keto, in fact, one of our good friends that's in Soul, Valerie Bledsoe, she lost a lot of weight on keto. And so when I was on it, I was asking her, what about the products? Because you look at, the Cinemate, the Soul Vital, the Soul Complete, the fiber, it lists a certain amount of carbs. And, if anyone who knows keto, you usually are keeping your carb count at like 20, 25, I think average for women. But what she had told me about this was that she never counted any of the carbs in any of the drinks because she said that is nutrition. So she says that is a different form of carbs. It's not the same as the other carbs that we get from our foods and from other things. So she said, and she lost a lot of weight doing keto, but she did healthy keto. But she told me, she goes, I don't even count any of the carbs in any of the Soul products because that is nutrition. That is not the same thing. So, and she had great results. So it didn't hinder her progress at all. And so I just wanted to make that clear. Everybody wants to know if things are keto friendly, but the reality is this is totally a different type of carbs when it comes to nutrition. So I just want to answer that.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Thank you. And then Mira, you had a question or a comment.
Yes, I wanted to say I'm not the person that you're talking about that was having problems with all sorts of protein, but I had problems with all sorts of different proteins. My body couldn't digest it with my digestive issues. And there was something that Garden of Life had for a while, and then they changed their formulation, and I knew right away. And that's when I started the Soul Complete. And I didn't realize how great it was, but all I knew was like, oh, I can handle this one. This is fine. And I have slowly been getting much, much better. So I really appreciate learning more about this. But I wanted to say, yeah, for people that can't handle many of these different protein things, this was just been great. And I've been slowly healing.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, there's so many healing benefits to this. So I love hearing that. So that's great. And then Tammy, you raised your hand.
Hi there, everybody. I was listening to a webinar from way back, I think when Soul Complete first came out. And one of the benefits of it, which is interesting, which I think comes from the eleuthero and the astragalus, is it actually is another thing that helps with allergies. So when you talk about total nutrition, here's a protein that's even going to help you with your allergies, which is pretty incredible. And I know for me, I do have a problem with texture. I don't have a problem with this. A lot of people that are used to the whey, this has a little more texture than the whey. If you add the tiniest piece of banana, because you don't want the sugar, and the smallest amount of almond butter, the texture changes. So for anybody that has that issue, that's just a suggestion. And remember that whey it doesn't stick with you that long. And pea protein does. So that's why you're going to feel better longer when you use this protein compared to something like whey, which is even hard on your kidneys.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you. And then there was a question in the chat. Can it be taken as one scoop at 2 different times just as a way to kick that chocolate craving? Absolutely. I mean, you can take it however you want. I do know my mother-in-law, she takes it 1 scoop twice a day. She kind of breaks it up. And so some people prefer it that way. So there's no wrong way to take this. This is just, if you look at it like what Tammy was saying, or what Rachel brought out, that Valerie did, this is your nutrition. And so it's like is there a limit to have carrots? No, just gobble them up. So it's same thing with this. This is so packed nutrition. You break it up however you want. So I know Cynthia, you raised your hand. I think you're next. Go ahead. If you still have a question.
I have a brother who I care for, and he's quadriplegic. He's got MS. He has a G tube, so he takes nothing by mouth. What he does have is like 5, it's like little, they're kind of like, say, an incher, but it's specifically made for this machine to feed him. He takes 5, and he's done this he's been on this for years. All the time he's been with me, and he's been with me 7 years. But besides that, he's had also high blood pressure, so he has been on medication to control that for years also. Okay, this last month, I did the 4-month program myself, and I thought, I wonder how I could implement a little bit of the soul into his eating or nutrition. But it's very hard to, because you can only have so much into that little thing, and it clogs the tubes and stuff like that. So I have to be really careful. So I tried 2 scoops of the Complete, 1 Renew, and a half scoop of the Thrive. I call it the Thrive, but I think it's something else now. Yeah. And I make it like a little shake in about the same amount as one of the formulas. And so I've taken one away and replaced it with this. And it's been since like the last week of February. Okay, 2 weeks into giving him this, the nurse comes every week, but in 2 weeks into this, she said, Manuel, your blood pressure is like a young man's. Oh. And that he always has a high blood pressure, even though he has it controlled with medication. And it's been like this the whole month. Oh. So I don't know, I hate to speak on this, I hate to say something real positive too soon. That's why I haven't said anything. Even with myself, I don't like to just go on and on about something I see positive, because I think, oh, maybe next month it won't be like this. Or maybe I'll have a detrimental effect next month, and here I am bragging about how good I'm doing. But anyway, I thought that was pretty unique. And we'll see how he does,
Wow, that is so wonderful. Well, and I think a lot of people have had, different things in their life where they struggled for years, and they would get on these and different formulas for different issues. And it's like, you do get kind of scared to get excited, especially when you've had roadblocks, and so that's really normal to feel that nervousness and hesitance, because you do get kind of scared to get excited. But when you start really looking into what makes up these formulas, it is exciting, because these are all nutrients that our body knows exactly what to do with. And it's very, it's what was put here on the earth for us to use, and our body just knows how to use it, knows how to absorb it. And what a beautiful testimonial. You'll have to keep us posted, and even no matter what the outcome is, you'll have to keep us posted on how he's doing, because that's really exciting. I'm so happy for him and for you, Cynthia. That's so great.
Yeah, it was kind of scary. I know somebody just said something, it was real quick, it came on the screen about trying something new. It's scary to try something new, because I'm his sole caregiver. And if something happens to him detrimentally, they want to know, what did you do? What did you give him? What did you change? Did you take away his medications? Did you? And it's kind of like a real, it's kind of a scary situation because you hate to you hate to think that if you did something and it detrimentally affected him, you're responsible.
Yeah. Well, and you love him. You just want him to
Yeah.
be okay. And and you're the person that's taking care of him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And even
that's
even if it doesn't cure him or help him beyond being quadriplegic, and he at least will have a better quality of life.
Yes.
You know.
Yes. Well, I think it's beautiful what you did, and that's really exciting. And it's sounds like you're going the right direction. So I think it's great. Okay, so I know Rosa says she knows how you feel. She's in a similar situation where she is a caregiver as well. So you're in a group that there's some people that can identify with what you're going through, Cynthia. So this is kind of a safe place for you. You're not the only one. You're not, dealing with things like this. So, and I think Margot, you were next.
I just wanted to ask, I know that you gave a suggestion as far as eggs in the morning, then the shake for lunch, and then for dinner, a sensible dinner. I just got my package literally 5 minutes before this started. So I'm not really sure. I'm new to all this. And I know that there's suggestions. Is there any other suggestions you can give along with what you shared already?
Well, I know for me, I'm just trying to limit my sugars and carbs. And then in the book, you'll see there's some good, suggestions for how to eat. Some people are doing keto along with it. Some people are doing Weight Watchers. Some people, everyone kind of has their own little structured plan that they're working. But I know that Solle has given us a very balanced view at what we can do, but I just try to eliminate the sugar and carbs from as many meals as I can deal with, because those are my nemesis. So I have a hard time keeping balanced in those departments. So that's just me. But yeah, I'll be curious if anyone else has ideas with the diet plans, but I know Tamara, you were the next one with your hand up, unless Rachel, you were also answering that question. I'm not sure.
I was just going to say, just in general about the Solle Complete, no matter how you mix it or what you add to it, what flavors you like, or it doesn't matter. What I've noticed is that it feels good. So for me, that's a really huge component because I'm an emotional eater. I will reach and grab some food just because I want to feel happy or feel good or feel whatever. So, usually when you do that, you grab something and you don't feel good afterwards, right? You just feel kind of maybe sluggish because you ate something wrong. But when you eat this, you're taking the Solle Complete in, afterwards you feel clean inside, you feel good inside, you feel energized, and you just feel good. And so for me, that's huge. That's a really big game changer.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. That's usually our first indicator if we're on the right track, for sure. Okay, Rachel, you had something?
Yeah, I wanted to address what Margot had brought up. What I think is a really good, everybody's got to figure it out, but I know for me, I need direction. I'm one who's like, tell me what to eat, tell me how to do it, and let's do this. So that's how I respond. If I have too many options, it's like, I don't know, it just doesn't work for me. So I recommend, I know for me right now, I wasn't eating enough calories. That I went to a nutritionist and he said I wasn't eating enough. So I wake up in the morning, and now you need to listen to your own body. Because I even had a friend who said, I do better when I stick to less calories and I feel it in my body. I feel it in my energy level. So we also have to remember that everybody's different. But I'm going to tell you what he put me on. And this is a very high-end nutritionist that I go to in Santa Monica in the LA area. So in the morning, he has me eating 2 eggs. I have a half a cup of blueberries. Now to you guys, it might be like, that's too strict. I don't want to measure anything, but you get the hang of it. I have 2 eggs. I cook with ghee. I don't cook with the oils. Because my digestive system is having an issue. So we're sticking to certain types of foods. I have 2 eggs. I cook with ghee, a teaspoon. I have a half a cup of blueberries, and I do gluten-free oatmeal. And I use the sweeteners that I like, which I highly recommend everybody to get the Whole Earth. It's a combination of stevia and monk fruit, and it is the best sweetener, I swear. And I am picky as heck, okay? I still love my coffee in the morning. That's me, okay? I love my coffee and my cinnamate. There's no shame in my game, okay? It's okay. Anyways, but I have to have something that tastes like sugar. And so I buy the Whole Earth in its little packets. You can get it at Smart and Final, or you can get it at Amazon. You get the big old 450 pack. So I use that in my oatmeal too. And he said that's perfectly fine. So that's how, and then obviously, you know, you can add your Soul Complete as a snack even, because what he told me is I need to rev up my metabolism. So because I was not eating enough calories, I was waiting too long to eat. And now some people love intermittent fasting. So I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do this. I think everybody knows how their body responds to things, but he has me eating that in the morning. Then for my snack, I do 2 small, like cutie oranges. And now this is hard for me because I'm an extreme person. If anybody knows me, I go to extremes, and it's not a good thing sometimes. And I did the 500 calorie diet with injecting into my stomach the hormone. I mean, I've done everything extreme, you know, and I'm trying to learn balance. This doesn't come naturally for me. So that's why I went to someone, because I needed him to tell me what to do. Okay. And so I have felt so good since I've been on this. So you can do for your snack, do a Soul Complete shake. Or if you want to have that in the morning instead of the eggs or instead of the oatmeal, you know, like you could do that. But I'm eating like every few hours, but the right things. And carbs are not your enemy. So I'm trying to figure that out too. Now, if you're doing keto, then obviously you're going to be doing something different, and that's great. Like everybody's got to figure out how they feel when they do certain things. So don't let me tell you any different if your program is working for you. But I was so scared of carbs that because I did keto too, and I'm like, no, bad. And like my trainer, the nutritionist, it's like, dude, you need to get a grip. Like carbs are not your enemy. You just need to do the right things. So after I started doing what he wanted me to, and then for lunch, I do ground turkey, a cup of zucchini, and a cup of rice, which was hard for me because I'm like, carbs. And he's like, no, it's okay. So, and then I have my snack. And so I could even like give you a little printout, but, and then a lean meat for dinner and a specific vegetable that doesn't cause inflammation. You know, I didn't realize it mattered. So I'm either on asparagus or zucchini, something that's not high in inflammatory. Okay. And I lost, and then adding all my Soul products and my cinnamate and all of that, but make sure you do the Soul Complete. And it could be in there as an in-betweener, like a snack in between. It could be in the morning, but I didn't eat breakfast. So I would put it off, and that was causing problems for me. So now I eat quite a bit in the morning. My energy level is higher. I'm feeling better. I lost 6.3 pounds in a week and a half. And he tested my visceral fat and everything. So it wasn't just water. So the Soul products will help us to be successful. It will help our mental state, which this is really important when it comes to losing weight and getting healthy. But we also want to eat the right things to fuel our bodies. And these extreme diets are not healthy mentally or physically. And I can speak from experience because I've done everything. Becca and I both, you know, and I'm sure we're not alone in that. Yeah. So first we need to change this and start loving ourselves the way we are. And that doesn't mean we don't want to make improvements, but we don't want to like hate ourselves and our bodies either, because these bodies keep us alive. So they are like, you know, amazing things. But anyway, so yeah, I can send the exact thing that I do. And I saw Margot, you put your info, so I'll email that to you. If anybody else wants me to, I can let you know. But I love what he has me on, and I'm actually feeling great. My energy levels are higher. And yeah, so I'm focusing on my health instead of the weight loss. I just was super excited when I saw that. Like, I couldn't look at the scale because it's not my friend really. And so I just told him, just tell me what the outcome is. And so when he told me, I was like, oh, so carbs aren't bad because I've been eating, you know? So anyways, yeah, I have a little extra energy right now. Sorry.
Don't ever apologize for feeling good. And I got to be there when she got her weigh in and everything. And it was so cool because a week and a half and she's doing phenomenal. So, I mean, we all can see these benefits happening. And I know this week with the challenge, it's mindset we're focusing on. And so it's great to hear from everybody and get in the right mindset and get ready for some success. I see there's a lot of people sending their emails. So that's awesome. Thanks, Rachel, for offering that. That's great. So, okay, well, I think we should probably wrap up. So let's do the giveaway. We're going to be giving away either a Dutch Cocoa or a natural. And so Rachel, if you want to do the wheel, we can go ahead and do the giveaway and see who won. That's a lot of names.
I know, we got a lot of people. It's awesome. I love it. Okay. Let me see. All right, ready, Freddies? The Wheel of Fun.
Yay, we got our winner, Mira. That's great. Okay, so we got to get your address, Mira. If you want to message me which one you want, the cocoa or the natural, and we'll get that out to you and where to send it. So, all right, you guys. Well, this was great. It's fun to win.
Hey, Mira.
Oh.
You guys, it's great seeing you all.
It's great to see you guys. We will see. Oh, one more thing. I'm so sorry. Our announcement for the week. This Friday, we're doing our opportunity meeting in lieu of our normal soul specialist training. So instead of the specialist training, we're doing our opportunity meeting this Friday. Rachel, are we doing it at 2:30 or 3:30?
Well, 3:30 is when we had originally done it. So we decided we are on the first Friday of every month, which we changed it this month, but normally it's the first Friday of every month. We have a specialist training before that, but we decided once a month, we're not going to do the specialist training on Friday. We're only going to do the Introduction to Soul opportunity meeting. So if anyone is interested at all in becoming a specialist and helping people with programs and building a business, or even if it's just to pay for your products, and you want to invite someone to it, you're welcome to. We'll provide you with the link. Whoever invited you today, we'll give the link to you. But that will be this Friday at 3:30 Pacific Standard Time. And normally it's the first Friday of every month. So.
Okay. Thanks so much for your time, guys. And we will see you either Friday or next week. But we love you guys. And thank you so much for all of you that shared. That was really awesome.
Thank
See
you.
you later. Congratulations, Mira.
Thank you.
Bye.